located at 133 Salem Street. With me is Eden Edwards and Michael Abau, the broker, also from Metropolitan Boston Real Estate, as the lottery agent for this condos project. In conjunction with Mass Housing and the City of Revere, we have 20 units of housing that will be part of the lottery. Just a side note, 2 of the units that are designated for veterans, we are going to hold off and set aside for those, and we will be through the city, in partnership with the city, try to have an extended application process for those, as we didn't receive any veteran applications at this time, but we'll try to make sure that that happens. So we'll hold the lottery for the 18 units. And we have here with the city, from the city, Mayor Patrick Keefe is here with us today, and Tom Segalski from the Revere Housing, and Matt Wolford from the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, who will be joining me in helping us pull the names. Well, we'll get to it. You too. We'll get there too.
I'm going to grab the podium for you so you can put the microphone just so that everyone can hear a little better.
Okay, well, I don't want to hide the screen.
You know what? Good point.
So I think I'm talking loud enough, so we just make sure we speak loud.
Everybody hear Roy?
They can hear us and they'll hear us. I'll grab, so I'll just grab it this way. There we go. So that'll make sure that everyone can hear me. But what we'll do now is I'm going to grab the cards that have the codes with all the names. There are no names on the cards themselves, but just each application had a code given based on the application itself. And we're going to enter the first drawing we're going to do is for the 2-bedroom 201, which had a local preference. We're going to enter the 8 applications that were received from them, and then we'll spin the wheel and we'll have Matt come up and poll. Or would the mayor like to? Nope, the mayor says nope. He's here as to observe. We'll have Matt come up and we'll enter the 8 applications and then draw the first. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
So this is local preference for 2-bed.
Unit 201 in particular.
8. So
Close it up. Lock it.
spin the wheel. Go ahead.
You can spin it.
Okay, go ahead, spin. Make sure you spin it for a while there.
Funny business.
Keep on spinning. There you go. So now we'll open it up and look away, and please draw a name from there, or rather a code, a card. Okay, and just give that to Eden. The one is, many of the folks at home won't understand this, but we have a code with each name, or rather for every applicant. So LPVVMI 70 AMI HC003 2-bed 001. So for those at home, I'm not going to announce all of them, just to give you an idea of what the codes mean. LP meant local preference. VV is actually veteran verified. So this was the one veteran application that we had, but they applied for a 2-bedroom. MI means minority identified. 70% AMI meant that they fell underneath the 70% AMI. HC03 meant that this was a house count of 3. So there were 3 individuals in this household count, and they applied for a 2-bed, and their application number was 001. So that, we'll go back to our table and we'll identify via that who the name was, and we'll contact them. They got to have first choice of the
Unit 201.
of Unit 201. So what we'll do is now, again, without looking, just please draw another name, we're going to go through the waiting list now. and just hand that to Eden. And we're gonna continue to do this. This is now the waiting list in case the first one can't close. We go and move on to the next. And we'll do this for all the applications or entries until the whole thing is empty. Then we'll go on to the next one. Go ahead, keep on going. Just to make sure that, I'm gonna just rattle off a little bit.
I think it's legit.
Roy, can I write on the cards?
Yes.
too?
You can rank them,
So I can put it on the card and in the notebook?
yes.
Yeah, rank them, put the number.
Okay.
Well, the only problem is that I would hold off on that.
But they're gonna be
Because-
thrown back in there
Yes.
so they can get another notation.
Correct.
on that.
Okay,
This way,
just to make sure,
just
yeah.
double check.
Yeah. Because that's what we're gonna throw them back in, that's why.
I just wanna make sure you get them
Yep.
all in the right order. before you
Okay.
have that.
So now,
So there's 8.
so there's all 8 of the local preference, 2-bedroom units, 8 applications. We did the local preference. Now we're gonna do one more for the other 2-bedroom, but this one is general pool. So we're going to take in the applications of the for 2 bedrooms that were not a local preference or Revere resident, someone who worked in Revere, lives in Revere, has a child going to school here. So any of those will now get thrown into the general pool along with the LP 2 bedrooms that did not get selected, number 1.
Right, so everybody who we just pulled
Picked.
out of there, except for the person that came first.
Correct. So I
Gonna
need
get
all,
mixed in with the next poll.
so please give me back the 7.
She's still
Okay.
recording
In
this.
the meanwhile, I'm going to enter into, if you would help me by holding that this way, I'm going to enter all the non-Revere residents as the second. Okay? And those are the ones for the previous 7, correct?
Some of them.
Yep.
There's gonna be a few more.
Okay.
Just throw those in there, and what you get? Few more. Okay, these are your locals, more of your locals.
Okay.
And do you need to write all of those numbers down?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let's do this for the 2nd bedroom.
This was the winner.
So go ahead, spin it. I would go reverse too also, just to move things around. Yep. All right, so now, I'm going to open up, you're going to pull 1 without looking, and this is going to be for the unit 101, the other 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom rather. All right, so here we go. We have GP, NV, MI, 70% AMI, HC02, 2-bed, 001. So, general pool, non-veteran, minority identified, 70% AMI, HC02, 2-bed, 001. Meaning, general pool meant there was a non-Revere resident. non-veteran, minority identified, they are under the 70% AMI. HCO2 means there's a two-person count in this one. So most likely, that meant that there is a parent and a child in this two-person household to qualify for a two-bed. And it's number 001. So that one. Now we're going to do the waiting.
They get first dibs on unit 101.
First dibs on 101. Now we're going to, I'm going to pull one by one. I'm going to pull, and you can hand these to her, to Eden. So pull the second.
Why
Just
don't we
gonna-
just line them up here
Yeah.
in order?
So I'm going to do it upside down, actually. So, yep, right on top of each other, just stack them. Just going to do this. Make sure we're doing shrink up to there.
Is that it?
No, there's more. I just want to,
It's okay. You'll have some time.
okay. So now those are in order, the waiting list for, if you want to clip them together.
Second to the,
Yep. So those are all the two bedrooms, waiting list. If for any reason, the first one that was selected does not close for any reason, whether it be finances or chooses the housing somewhere else, we'll work down the list. So now what we'll do is we'll move on to the local preference one-bedroom units. And we'll do the same thing, where we choose the number one choice for a one-bedroom or studio, and then keep on pulling the locals till we have all of them pulled.
will we coordinate names? Yeah.
I have the names correlated, so I can identify.
So if you are somebody who's here trying to figure out whether you got pulled, well, everybody gets pulled, but whether you got pulled first. And
I can announce the name of, once, if you want, I can announce the name of who was pulled first. If- So just rotate that for a while. For example,
well, let's do this. Is there anybody in the room who applies for a two-bed? No. Who's the winner of the first two-bedroom?
Which,
LP.
Unit 201, you're on unit 101.
I don't know, so many of them.
So,
Just
announce real quick. LP,
VV, MI,
hold on, right, that's already, the name,
that's
just to announce, so I was asked, if the code that was selected earlier had an assigned name. So the name of the person was Amanda Gonzalez. That's the one who got picked first, very first. So, hold on. So
Six P,
it was GP.
I'm sorry, GP rather, NU, MI,
I'm sorry,
70
MU,
AMI,
MU,
NU, N as in Nancy, MI, 70 AMI, and it was HC02 was the code for Unit 101.
what was the last four numbers?
The last four numbers,
001.
001, three names.
That's three numbers. Hold on, I need that, no, I need that card again. Need to see that card again.
GP, NU,
And the
OND.
MI, 70 MI, HC02.
Super, 401.
So the second poll of the two-bedroom that came in first place, the name of the applicant was Alma Orellana. Okay, so we've run you've spun it for a few times, so what we'll do is, we'll now open it, and then you'll pull one name, and that'll be the first name of the choice for a local preference, one-bedroom or studio.
Alma or Alana, if you're out there, congratulations.
Yes. So LP, NV, MI, 70% AMI, HCO1, one bed, 005.
All right, before you set that aside, we don't know who cares this time, right?
Well, this is the first poll, so what I'll do is I'll look at,
Announce their name.
and the name of the person is Elena Corral. Elena Corral. She was the local preference, number one poll on the local preference for one bedroom and studios.
Congratulations.
So now, just keep on pulling one by one and just stack them right there.
That's the winner, isn't it?
That's the winner. Yeah.
So Michael, what we're going to do next is, because we have to put them back in, we're going to start writing 2, 3, 4, and then so forth, so we know which ranking those had
In for the first poll.
for the first poll, because we got to now put them back in, and we won't be able to catch up with Eden writing all those right now. There were 23 applications for one-bedrooms versus 8 for the two bedrooms, and the same thing happened. We had many more applications for ones than we did the twos. I think it was almost a ratio of 2 to 1. For every application that we had for a one-bedroom, we had 2 for a one-bedroom. I mean, sorry, for every application we had for a two-bedroom, we had 2 one-bedroom with studio applications. Thank you. So I'm going to now put into the pool, or into the barrel here, all the general one-bedroom applications.
17 for the first poll. And these are the rest. In order of how they were pulled.
Okay, spin the wheel, sir. I would mix it up a couple of times, yeah. All right, so we're going to pull now. This is for the general poll for the number one on the general pool, one-bedroom lottery. And that winner is, we have GP NVMI 70% AMI HC01 one bed 008. So I'm going to announce the name. If we look up the code, GP NVMI. Mia Mejia is the name that is associated with this card. Can you hand that to Eden? Now we'll just continue to pull these and just stack them upside down. Just going to spin these again for a little bit.
The second order they're coming out right now. So do the second, go back and do the first. No, it's studios.
No, we're doing, it'll be just all ones. And then the choice of studio or one.
I see. This is it.
It was an Amazon special. Well, there were a lot, well, there was a lot of applications in the one-bedrooms. So that was the most popular size and most affordable. No, that's two, hold on.
Yeah, start. Those are in order.
Ah, that's all of them. All right. So that concludes all the poll, and we will now spend the next couple of hours just ranking all of them, writing down and registering, logging in the polls as we had them tonight. We will be contacting all of the winners, but also anyone, once we have the final tabulations of the logs and where everybody fell in, we will send an email to the applicants to let them know where they ended up on the poll. So hopefully soon we'll have an announcement of one of the both units, a few units actually, under agreement, and we'll have a celebration over there at the site. But everyone, thank you for coming out. If you have any questions, yes?
So the mayor has a quick announcement to make on behalf of the Affordable Housing Trust. Do you want to give over?
Welcome, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Roy. First off, wanted to put it together, and I know that this is a bit of a confusing process, but it's because of the anonymity of the applications and making sure that there's a lot of trust in the system. So that's why they go by the code names, because I'm like you watching, and I'm waiting to hear someone's name, and I want to celebrate with you. But they'll be sending out notifications to the 18 units that were picked tonight, technically 18 units. And if someone, just in layman's, if someone got selected and they decide to opt out, then that would go down to the next person in line that they pulled in that order. So again, with 130 applications, 18 units are going to be offered, so the chances are still very good. I don't know who won. I know he mentioned a few of the names, and I'm happy that we did get a veteran in there. So congratulations if you did get it. You'll find out soon. The team here will be reaching out, and we used a third party to make sure that there was a lot of trust in the system. But you'll be hearing from them hopefully within the next 24 hours, 48 hours, really quickly. And again, if you are a winner, of course, you have the opportunity to take advantage of that. Hopefully you can pull it together to close, and if you aren't, then the next person up will get it. But what the Affordable Housing Trust was mentioning is, on top of some of our efforts to make sure that we're increasing our affordability in the city of Revere and supporting our residents, we are going to be offering up our first time $10,000 in first-time home buyer down payment assistance. So we're going to be offering $50,000 with an application process that will be going out. So if you're looking to buy a home and you're a Revere resident, this is 100% Revere preference. You'll be able to be eligible for up to $10,000 in down payment assistance from the Affordable Housing Trust. So we're appreciative for you putting that together, and we will do something similar, maybe a little bit less paperwork driven, when we'll probably be able to just announce the 5 names live on TV without all the codes. But we appreciate you doing this, and this is the first of many. What we hope to do is offering more affordable units, especially home ownership opportunities, to the Revere residents and to residents that want to be in the city. So look forward to hearing more. Thank you.
So for folks that are present, if you're interested in the down payment assistance program, we have flyers in all 4 languages, English, Portuguese, Spanish, and Arabic, that will be up on the table here. And you can also reach out at revere.org, planning community to ask questions or.
And
Someone in the back with a question, yes, yes. Okay, so there are 18 units, right? We announced the first name and ranking. Now, all those, we kept on pulling. And so the first person has the first choice. They will walk in and they'll get to choose the first one-bedroom that they want. Whoever's in second place, we will call them and say, which unit do you want? And then we go to 3 and 4 and 5 until we get rid of all of the units. Correct. Now, there are 2 levels in this apartment, in this complex, 80% AMI and 70% AMI. Now, if we have units that are 70% AMI, we draw the names and we rank them all general, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, everyone in the pool. If you get chosen and you're number 1, and you're an 80% AMI, the choices you have are only of the 80% AMI levels. If you are 70% AMI, you get to choose not only from the 70% AMI price points, but you could possibly afford, depending on the loan and down payment assistance, you could possibly also buy one of the 80% AMIs. Because we can't split, because the 70% AMIs are also able to buy or choose an 80%, we did one general pool. So a 70% AMI, basically, person can choose from any of the units, but the reverse is not true. And so we had to just have everyone in the same pool and see who ranks where. Any other questions? Trust me, it's a lot. I understand. It's definitely harder on the person who has to run it when you're learning how to do all of these. But we wanted to make sure that it was very clear on the process tonight to make sure that we have no questions asked later. But again, we announce the names. We will log all the polls from tonight, and we'll go out contacting everyone down the list. And again, hopefully, we'll be having some happy closings pretty soon. And great news through the down payment assistance that is being offered. I want to also mention the partnership with Mass Housing that was able not only to provide funding to this project to create this many more units, because originally it was only 7 units, and the city came in and used through the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, voted and approved funding to increase by 2, the 2-bedroom units, and Mass Housing went from the 7 up to 18. That's how we got 20 units total. It's an incredible number. If you think about 20% or 20 units out of the 71, that's about a 25% inclusionary zoning, unheard of. Most cities and towns are doing 10%. This project is 25 due to the partnership between the city, the Affordable Housing Trust Fund, and Mass Housing. And the willingness, of course, of the developer to say, yes, we'll do this. So it's an incredible opportunity here, and I'm glad to be a part of it. Michael?
I was just going to say, I was going to ask, presumably everybody on your Excel spreadsheet, by their name, has the code number that's on their car. Is that right? That's how we found.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So if there are people that are in the room tonight and they want to know where they are on the list.
We'll do that later because we got to log everything in, but we will be contacting all participants. Once we do the logging, we will log all these names in. I'll create the spreadsheet of where that number poll came in, and then reverse fill in to find a name, and then contact and say, you'll be receiving an email saying, your name is so-and-so, your code was this, and you were pulled number 10, number 2, and so forth. That email is coming soon. Okay. Oh, Tom?
Hey, everybody. Tom Skrelski, Chief of Planning and Community Development for the city. In addition to my department overseeing the down payment assistance program, which I'm happy to talk about with any of you, we also are coordinating with the developer here an additional lottery, because there's 20 units in total. 18 of them were selected today through this process. Reason being, there were 2 units that the Revere City Council asked to be set aside as veterans' preference. We received 131 applicants, and for those 2 veterans' preference units, one is a studio, one is a 1-bedroom, we received no veterans' applications. And so what we're actually going to be doing is spending the next 3 weeks just to make sure we're doing right by our troops, to make sure we're getting the word out, making sure that folks that are veterans are aware that this is a resource they can take advantage of, and we'll actually be holding an additional lottery in 3 weeks' time to pick those last 2 units. Not to further complicate things, but so you'll be hearing from their team in 48 hours for the first 18, and then the last 2 will come in about 3 weeks' time. So anyway, happy to take any other questions after this if you have them. I know it's a confusing process, but appreciate you bearing with us, and hopefully we'll have some good news to share just shortly.
For additional clarification, if after that additional time period and then the subsequent lottery, that the night that we pick for the other 2 units, there is no veteran for either one, chosen for either one of those units, that means somebody who's a non-veteran still has a chance to get one of those, right? Yeah, okay.
And that's it. Thank you. All right, thank you.
Any